Crazy dog don't want to ride in the truck. She wants to get out and run beside it. Crazy dog. Whatever, Joe. Alright, there ain't gonna be nobody's gonna believe this, but we're actually ready for deer season. Got this great big hayfield back here behind me. On the edge of a cornfield here. All hardwood up behind us. I got the windows put in. Alex is so deer blind. And look what else I got in there. Sadie Joe's wanting to go now. You want to go deer hunting? Boy, she'd look good sitting in there open in the morning. Windows work good. I got the buddy heater sitting underneath the seat with 2 extra tanks. I don't think it's going to get that cold. Them plexiglass windows that I put in it, boy, that cut a lot of the wind out. That really, really made a big difference. Somebody's messaging me. I ain't got time for you. Got a little creek running back here behind me. I just love this setup. This here's a early morning setup. If you ain't seen deer by 10 o'clock, it's going on like 11 o'clock now. We ain't seen a deer out here yet. We got her about 9:30. If you ain't seen a deer by 10:30 here, you need to get down and go find somewhere else to hunt. This is an early morning pass-through. There is one guy that hunts way up on top of that hill, over top of that hayfield way back in the back. If he's up there early in the morning, if he gets a deer and he's up there messing around, scouting around, getting his deer and everything with the side-by-side and dragging out, every once in a while he'll flush a deer off of that hill, and they'll come down here and they'll hang out real quick and then they're back gone again. They've been shot at so many times in this field, they know not to stick around long on the edge of this field. This landowner here gets depredation permits through the summer, and the summertime, me and my brother and my uncle or my cousin hunts this property off for depredation permits, and we used to hunt it hard. And we didn't throw the deer in the ditch. We salvaged as much meat as we could in the middle of July and August off of them deer. But the past 6-7 years, I don't think I've killed 5 deer off of him in the summertime. And it's really made a turnaround. The deer are starting to come back, and the population's starting to come back. There's some nice bucks out in this area, but this ain't what I'm after. I'm after just to get some meat in the freezer here. If a nice buck walks by, I'm going to take him, but I'm not after a head hunt here. My head hunt's going to come off public land. It's not going to come off of this farmland like this. And I've got a few spots that's got some nice deer on it. So we're going to get off here. I'm going to figure out how to get her back out of there. It was interesting getting her in there. I'm going to figure out how to get her back out without her just jumping out. That's about 10 foot off the ground. And that was a pain sticking that stand up there. All right, everybody. I'm going to get off here. Me and Alex is gonna head to town and get something to eat, and I think we're just gonna go on back home. We was gonna do some scouting, but season's coming up too quick. Next Saturday's our opening day, and I don't want to get to mess around too much in the woods. I shouldn't have even brought Alex with me out here today. Him and Sadie Joe's been fighting and rolling down there in that daggone creek, throwing corn stalks. He's been screaming and hollering. At one time, he was almost halfway across this field back here towards that house, and him and Sadie Joe's back there playing tag. I shouldn't have even brought them two, but that's how I was raised. I was raised of, well, you're just a kid, you don't need to go. So I'm trying to get away from that sourness that my old man done to me and my brothers. And I'm starting to take Alex more and more and more. And it's hilarious. Sitting up in that blind watching them two down there in that field play around, wrestling, throwing stuff. It is hilarious sitting there watching it. But I'm thinking, daggone, I'm going to be hunting here Saturday morning. Quit making this much ruckus. But he's a kid. They ain't kids forever, so. I want to get off here. We're going to button everything up, and we're getting out of here. We're going to get something to eat later on. I'm sure it's going to be somewhat interesting figuring out how it's going to go. So I might as well put it on here, too. All right, Alex. You stay in there. Sadie, it's time to go. Come on. We're going bye-bye. Come on. She don't want to get out. She done made herself at home. Come on, we're going. gotta get out of here. Come on. Come on. Take it. Come on. Come on. Now you've got your... Crazy dog. All right, Alex, come on. Let's go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on, you all right? Here. Grab a hold of me. Come on. Let's go. We're heading home. Let's get out of here and put spread and sin everywhere. Later on, everybody.